We have a very special guest with us tonight. She's an LA-based TV writer here to read her New Yorker essay entitled New York to LA to New York to LA ad infinitum. Please welcome Cirocco Dunlap.
When I realized that New York was a cesspit filled with the viscera of broken dreams, I decided that the time had come for me to move to beautiful, sunny Los Angeles. When I arrived in LA and realized that it was creatively dead, had a withered husk for a soul, and considered ombre the height of culture, I took the first plane back to New York. Of course, my plane landed in a sea of overstressed, overworked rat kings fornicating with cockroaches and 3 of my exes. So, I bought a used Prius and drove cross-country straight to LA, because in LA, people go on hikes. On my first hike in LA, I had to talk to someone who'd never read Joan Didion, and who'd had, get this, plastic surgery. Before he could say juice cleanse, I had ridden a fixed-gear bicycle right back to the Big Apple. My bike wouldn't fit in my 2-inch-wide, urine-soaked apartment in Sunset Park, so I found someone to take over my lease, and I rode a Segway all the way to Hollywood, eating local fruits and reciting positive affirmations as I rolled merrily along. At my first party in Los Angeles, I heard the word agent more than 15,000 times. I tried to keep a tally, but my fingers started bleeding, so I stopped. People went on generals and never returned. I knew I needed to get back to where the real people were, the people of substance and letters, who understood the struggle. So, I took the secret subway that goes from LA to New York. It was okay until 3:30, when a gang of youths attacked me, emotionally. Somehow, I arrived in one piece, but it was the middle of winter, so I sat alone in my apartment until spring. During that time, my hair fell out and my skin fell off. I hitchhiked to LA at the first opportunity. When I arrived, the people were sun-kissed, and the rampant depression was barely noticeable compared with New York. You can hide all manner of mental illness with a solid tan and veneers. I hopped in my car, got on the 405, and headed to the beach. I was stuck in traffic for 6 years. By the time I got back to New York, I was very old. I was 27. I was too old for the constant partying I assumed people did. I was too old to keep pretending I'd read all the articles and listened to all the bands. Pretending to like things was a young person's game. I needed a change. And LA, city of vapid angels, provided that change. No one cared if I'd read anything or listened to anything, or whether I even had eyes or ears, as long as I didn't get the part of surprised waitress number 2 over them. Everything was fine until the yoga made my bones dissolve. Skinless and boneless, I jiggled back to New York. But everyone kept making me feel so ashamed of being a blob. I threw on my comfiest sweatpants, poured what was left of me into a Vitamix, and shipped myself to LA. Halfway between New York and LA, I imploded. I am so much happier now.
Cirocco Dunlap.